Where are you putting your crypto to earn yield now that Gemini Earn is gone? If you were a Gemini Earn user, you probably felt that gut punch when the program was shut down. The promise of passive income on your crypto holdings, gone. And for many, the reality of frozen funds and a long, painful recovery process was a stark and terrifying lesson in the risks of centralized crypto lending. The story of Gemini Earn is a cautionary tale, a brutal reminder that not all yield is created equal. The whole premise was simple: you lend your crypto, Genesis Global Capital borrows it, and you get a nice return. On paper, it was a beautiful thing. But behind the scenes, the centralized nature of the system meant that when one domino fell, they all came crashing down. Genesis's bankruptcy filing, fueled by the market chaos of 2022 and the collapse of players like Three Arrows Capital, directly led to the freezing of Gemini Earn user funds. It was a massive blow to trust in centralized finance, or SuFi, and left hundreds of thousands of people in limbo. So, with that trust shattered, where do you turn? The world of crypto hasn't stopped, and the demand for passive income streams is stronger than ever. The key now is to be smarter, to understand the risks, and to differentiate between different types of platforms. This isn't about finding another Gemini Earn. This is about building a more resilient, diversified strategy for your crypto portfolio. Let's break down the new landscape into three main categories: centralized alternatives, decentralized finance, and the simpler, but still powerful, option of staking. Each has its own risk profile, its own set of rewards, and its own place in a modern crypto strategy. First, let's talk about the centralized options that are still out there. Now, before we even name a single one, you need to understand that the fundamental risk of Gemini Earn is still present here. These platforms are centralized entities. They are custodians of your funds. They are the middlemen. If they go bankrupt, your funds are at risk. The key is to look for platforms that have learned the hard lessons from 2022 and have implemented more robust risk management. Platforms like Nexo and BlockFi, which were major players in the lending space, have undergone significant regulatory scrutiny and, in some cases, have also faced financial difficulties. BlockFi, for example, also filed for bankruptcy. So you have to be extremely careful. That's why many investors are turning to well-established, regulated crypto exchanges that offer some form of interest-bearing products. Coinbase and Kraken, for example, have staking and lending products. These are often more conservative in their offerings and are subject to more regulatory oversight. While not entirely risk-free, the fact that your funds are on a major, publicly traded exchange that is subject to stricter compliance can offer a bit more peace of mind. But let me be crystal clear. This is not an FDIC-insured bank account. Your funds are still at risk. The key is to do your own due diligence, read their terms of service, and understand exactly how they are generating that yield. Are they lending your assets out to institutional borrowers? Or are they simply using them for staking on a proof-of-stake network? The details matter. This leads us to the second, and arguably more exciting, category: decentralized finance, or DeFi. DeFi is a financial system built on blockchain technology that uses smart contracts to automate financial services. The key difference here is that there is no central intermediary. You are interacting directly with a protocol, with code. This eliminates the counterparty risk of a centralized company going bankrupt and taking your funds with it. One of the most popular ways to earn yield in DeFi is through lending protocols like Aave and Compound. These are two of the biggest names in the space, and for good reason. They are battle-tested, highly audited, and have been running for years. Here's how it works: you deposit your crypto into a liquidity pool on the protocol. Other users can then borrow from that pool, and they have to put up more collateral than the value of the loan. This is called over-collateralization. If the value of their collateral falls, their position is automatically liquidated to repay the loan, ensuring that the lenders are protected. The interest you earn comes from the fees paid by the borrowers. The returns can fluctuate based on supply and demand for a particular asset, but the system is transparent and operates on-chain. You can see the collateralization ratios and the lending rates in real time. This transparency is a massive advantage over the black box nature of centralized lending platforms. Another powerful and popular DeFi strategy is yield farming. This is a bit more complex than simple lending. Yield farming often involves providing liquidity to a decentralized exchange, or DEX, like Uniswap or PancakeSwap. In return for providing a pair of tokens to a liquidity pool, you receive a percentage of the trading fees. On top of that, many protocols will incentivize you with additional tokens, a process known as liquidity mining. The returns here can be very high, but so are the risks. You need to be very aware of impermanent loss, which is the temporary loss of funds you can experience when providing liquidity to a pool due to price volatility. Yield farming also involves more active management and a deeper understanding of the protocols you're interacting with. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it strategy. Finally, we have the most straightforward and perhaps lowest risk way to earn passive income on your crypto: staking. Staking is a process used by proof-of-stake blockchains to secure the network. You lock up your crypto, and in return, you get rewarded with new coins for helping to validate transactions. This is a much more direct and less risky method than lending or yield farming. You are not lending your assets to a third party. You are securing the network itself. Many major exchanges, including Coinbase and Kraken, offer staking services. They make it easy for you to stake your crypto without having to run your own validator node, which can be a complex and expensive process. They handle all the technical details, and you get a portion of the staking rewards. However, even with staking, there are risks. You may have to lock up your funds for a certain period, and if the validator you're staking with misbehaves, there's a risk of slashing, where a portion of your staked assets are lost. Again, it's all about doing your research and understanding the platform you're using. So, to summarize, you have a few key avenues to explore. If you're looking for a simple, familiar experience and are willing to take on some centralized risk, regulated exchanges with lending or staking products might be a good fit. But if you're truly looking to embrace the decentralized ethos of crypto and minimize counterparty risk, then DeFi protocols like Aave and Compound are where you should be looking. And for those who want a more direct, less complex way to earn yield, staking is a great option. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.